on this week, Joey? You'll be tuning in over the weekend at the golf?
Oh, hell yeah. Love watching that shit.
Yeah, like the golf, yeah?
Yeah.
The Gill.
You a fan of the golf?
I love more than lip balm is golf.
Episode 28 of the Mac Back podcast.
G'day and welcome to the MacFact Podcast!
We're back!
My name's Jay McKenna, and to my left this week, in order of having the shortest showers on the panel, it's my little brother Joe. How are you? What?
You know, it's not even that my shower is short. Have you guys seen the water bill? You're in there for fucking hours. Riley, this is quite frankly an intervention for you.
And to my right, coming in at 6'1", as he does every single week, it's that baby brother, Junior Boy. How are you?
I'm not gonna lie, the reason I'm in the shower for so long is because I have to wait for my new soap called chocolate to melt.
You've been going in there with, I saw you were in there with a fucking Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty Dumpty. Yeah, the M&M's getting all the crevices. They're really good.
Boys, we have a huge episode of the MacFact Podcast. We're obviously going to chat about Easter. We had a huge finale over the weekend.
One of the biggest.
And this week we have 2 games.
Holy shit.
Cost is correct is back.
It's back.
And we got a new one. Let's get into it. Boys.
My mic arm has fell off.
It's chaos.
My mic arm.
He's on. He's
Yeah.
like, I was falling off.
You have to hold it. You have to hold it for the first segment.
I've got it.
Um,
I was that lit in the intro that it fell off.
For those who are listening and not watching, we have mic arms that strap onto the tables.
Well, me and Riley do.
yeah,
Me and
I
Riley can
hold-
afford them.
I hold mine. Riley's has just come square off. I don't know what you got up to just then.
Yeah, sorry,
In order to-
I screwed your son in the...
It's really
In the-
defeating
in
the
the
purpose
setup
of the
today.
moment.
You could probably just unplug it and just hold the mic for this
He
part.
looks
and then
like-
I kind of like it.
He looks like, you know, when Freddie Mercury is on the stage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that was
boys,
so bad.
how was Easter?
Just lit.
Shit and lit.
Mine was lit.
Yeah, well, our Easters were actually completely different. I spent it with my family, and Riley didn't.
I spent it with the Allens
Oh, shout out to the
Shout out the
Allens.
Allens.
and the other side.
Really, the only time we bookended our Easter weekends together. We obviously recorded the podcast on Friday morning.
Yes.
Got up and went for a quick run before we recorded, and you had a nice little snooze fest.
Yes,
we
sir.
planned to do it early so that we could get it out nice and early.
Yeah, but then you were like, nah, it's all chill.
Yeah, I knew that forcing you to get up at 8 wasn't going to bring your
I
A
was keen
game.
to get up even earlier. I was keen to get up for
You
an 8.
said-
What time did you get
hours.
up? What time did you get up?
Well, I got up later because you said we're not going to release it at 8.
The reason why we didn't release it because you wouldn't have been awake.
Fair.
What's the earliest you've been up?
I was
in
having
the
some
past
good dreams
year?
there. Past year.
Just holding the mic.
Testing me.
Oh, not like since you started uni.
Yeah, it would probably be for work at like
Oh, yeah.
8:30.
Yeah, I'm at work.
Oh, no,
I'm at
8:30.
work at 8:30. So just
Yeah, I volunteered for this thing at work.
Good job.
Seemed like a great idea at the time. Free breakfast.
Hell
You gotta
yeah.
get to this fucking place at 7:30.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
Breakfast in the morning? What's up with that
A
shit?
pre-noon.
push it back.
A
Push it.
pre-noon breakfast.
Push it back.
How was your Easter, Jake?
Yeah, good. I actually went down to Mandurah, tore it up on the jet skis
jet
down
skis.
in Mandurah. I actually ate shit hell quick.
Really? You could have had so much chocolate.
I thought you were driving a jet ski, not eating shit.
I was actually driving is good fun, but being on the back, I was like doing the waking on the back, just on like one of the tubes.
Yeah.
I like getting dragged along.
Good fun, yeah.
Oh, that'd be lit.
young lad Decky was in charge of the hot rod jet ski,
So he was driving.
pumping along quite quickly.
How fast do they get up to?
Quick. I got it up to 65 clicks, but
You're a beast.
but I would go quick. That was my first time on it. I didn't want to like burn it out.
Oh, can it go fast?
Oh, it
How
goes
fast
faster.
can
Oh,
it
yeah,
go?
it
I
goes-
thought you were flexing on.
No, it goes quicker than that.
Riley and I have both never been on a jet.
But that was with him on the back. So like, imagine,
Oh.
yeah, he's just holding onto this thing at 65 kilometers, just eating. He went well. We had to stop at one point though, and I've turned around. He's like, stop, and I've turned around, and he's got. I was like, why? And Taylor was just like, oh, just wait. I was like, what's the deal? And he goes, oh, his pants have come off. So the kid, and I couldn't tell. And I've like looked around in the back and he's just like put his knee, he's like bent his knees and his feet have gone up. And it's just his pants hanging onto the back of
his toes.
Yeah, just hanging off. So I immediately just like turned the jet ski back on and kept going. He's like,
Using him like it's a sail.
my pants got shredded though, and I didn't know. Like my good,
Oh yeah,
package
your
in my
good
feet.
pants.
like
The cricket shorts
Yeah.
you used to wear when you were like 10.
they're one of the older statesman pants. I wear them to the beach all the time. They're like
white. They used to be navy.
yeah, they used to be like a harsh navy. Now they're like
Grey.
I painted in them for a few years, and
Back
then
when you were a painter.
and then yeah, now they've shredded. And I don't remember when they shredded, but we must have been on the water. That's just
Ski,
fucking
Damn.
the friction on my peen really burnt a hole.
That's what happens after 10 years of shorts.
What'd you get up to, King?
Look, after the big Easter celebration, I went back to work. Back on the grind last night, right?
Exciting.
And I was working late night. I'm a
Yes.
late night usher. So I'm there till 12 p.m.
Good man.
12 a.m.
Someone's
I
got to
should
do
say.
it.
And sometimes jobs get left behind during the day, busy day.
Yeah.
And there's no better time to do it than at night,
At
when,
late night.
when nothing's going on. And unfortunately, I had to put away the toilet paper boxes
Yeah.
Not
in
a tough
both
task.
male and female toilets.
Ooh.
That's kind of hard to do in the female when
Yeah.
like there are female customers still coming in.
Yeah.
So I
And you're a
decided-
male.
I decided to be smart with it. So I had this big trolley with all these boxes on,
Yeah.
right? And I put it at the door, and I also got a wet floor sign and put it in front.
Yeah.
And the wet floor sign says, "Wet floor, closed for cleaning."
Yeah.
So that people didn't. So they didn't have like a chick walk in there while you were in there,
Yeah, and get all,
Weirded
scared that I was there. And so I,
which isn't normally what you do when you hang out in girls' toilets. You don't really normally care.
Jesus.
and then so yeah,
I'm coming in.
I was in there for like 5 minutes, and I was putting away the boxes. And I was kind of minding my business, vibing for a bit, and then some girl must have snuck past, like used her like elite agility skills to get through this little obstacle course I've created.
Just moved the sign
And
to the
I-
left and walked past.
The next to the big mirror, like the big mirror in the
Yeah.
toilet.
I've never been in the girls' toilet.
storeroom,
so
yeah.
I'm not aware.
The storeroom's right next to the big mirror, and I looked up
Take
in the
your
mirror
word for
after I dropped these boxes down. Looked up in the mirror, and this little face is just peeking through from the mirror into the door, and I
Oh, that is-
screamed like I.
Oh, you
full-
screamed.
Like
I thought she was gonna. You screamed.
Yeah, like.
Why?
Because he didn't think anything would be in there, and he's seen her face in the mirror.
Yeah, she's like looking through it. And I was
Did
like,
that scare her?
oh, she was pissing herself. I was legit-
Funny, like laughing,
I
or
almost stacked it. Like I was like, ah! Like,
What a look!
So
Oh,
embarrassing.
her mum comes. How old was this chick?
Oh, 20.
Oh,
It's
okay.
someone-
I'm imagining like a 6-year-old
It's
child.
like someone runs in and goes, "Oh, I heard my friend scream in there." And it's
Yeah,
actually just,
legit.
Just
Riley.
Like everyone walking past would have been like, oh my god, what's going on?
just wetting himself all time.
well, it is the best place. If you were going to wet yourself.
Yeah, I was right next to the toilet, so I was able to make a quick move over.
we did March Madness on Monday evening.
We
so
did. Monday Madness.
the winner is Among Us, and the loser is also Among Us.
And
Oh.
the second loser is also among us.
Oh,
This episode's been sponsored by Among Us.
we will obviously share the video in the coming.
We know who wins, and you don't.
in the coming days, and we'll obviously chat about that more next week on the pod once
Yes,
the videos
very
come out to
exciting.
announce.
Who's gonna win?
It's no real surprise who got the dub. We'll just leave it at that.
I think some of the results will be interesting, but yeah, you're gonna have to tune in to find
Yeah,
out.
have to check it
exactly.
out. Till then,
Good luck.
just keep guessing.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Are you guys gonna carry that on?
No, that's
I'm crying.
all time, baby.
Why are we singing that?
Give a
Joe?
bit of context.
So it's the big finale song, the infamous end of an era.
It is a classic finale song.
End of an era, some would say.
For who? Jacob
who?
Wade?
For the man in the middle, it is high time. I pulled stumps. I've called time.
After how many years?
Thrown in the towel.
After eight of the best at said cinema complex
Yeah.
at Garden City, Burragoon.
There you go.
It's been a wonderful journey.
It is a big end of the era because
Huge.
It used to be Jake worked there. Then it used to be Jake and Joe worked there.
Yep.
Then it used to be Jake, Joe, and Riley worked there. Then used to be Jake and
Jake and
Riley
Riley
worked
worked
there,
there.
and now it's
just
Riley
Junior
works
Boy.
there.
Um,
Really full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came as a bit of a. It probably should have happened a few years ago.
Yeah, 100%.
I've obviously been working full time for
3.
2.5 years, 3 years,
But yeah,
but enjoyed it. Like I would have if I wanted to leave. I would have left earlier.
it was just ingrained in your DNA.
Yeah.
Well, I've now spent more than a third of my life at the place.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's a fucked amount of time.
And how?
I wonder if you could count.
I've spent longer. All right, so you imagine primary school? That's a long time.
Yep.
You imagine high school? That's a long time.
Ages.
I've been at said cinema complex for longer than I did primary school or high school.
Yeah, but you skipped a lot of grades.
So yeah, it's a massive part of it, and a lot of
biggest
my
chapter.
mates have come from
From
there, and a lot of your mates,
A lot of your enemies too.
they've all come from there. Seen a lot of flicks, eaten a lot of corn.
I wonder if you could like count up the amount of hours you've been there. Would it be over 1 year?
Easily.
Like the amount of hours
No.
worked.
Or maybe not for you, King.
How many hours are in a year?
It's early days, I was
hours
working a lot.
How many hours are in a day?
Yeah, easily.
I don't think so.
At minimum, I was doing like 12 hours a week.
Yeah, that's half a day.
Yeah. I reckon it would easily have got.
We'll get back to you on
okay,
this.
maybe not.
The math pack is back.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but yes, it is the end. So thank you to everybody.
And how did it feel?
Thanks
How
to
was?
everyone who's been a part of the journey.
How was the last shift?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Legally, contractually, you're still there,
Oh yeah.
aren't you?
You're still on the payroll.
Yeah.
But you're not
yeah.
gonna, yeah,
Apparently, need to take back a few things like my uniform and shit.
that's not happening.
Like I'm gonna wear that out. Like what? I don't want to fucking drive all the way back to just dish in my name badge.
Yeah, that's weird. I
Grow
still have
up.
I took my name badge, my cup, and the last roster of movies that were on the night that I was working.
Yeah, that's cool.
I still got them
Little
all.
mementos.
That's good. I didn't leave with shit.
Actually,
I probably should have.
how was like the last walkout? Sad.
Yeah, what did it? Because in movies and stuff.
Yeah, was it like we
You've got the moment.
Did you have an AirPodded playing "Time of Your Life"?
No. It was very.
Ave Maria.
It was. I've obviously farewelled a lot of mates,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and there's been some big send-offs.
There
But
was one Christmas
unfortunately-
party where Jake cried for at least like an hour straight.
I've heard about this.
Pics to prove. And then so there's been a fair few send-offs. Unfortunately, at this point in time, we couldn't have less staff there.
Yeah, 'cause
We're
there has been
dwindling.
a lot
I think
of
there's like
hiring.
we had there was a period when I started there was like 65, 70 people.
The whole gang, yeah.
Now there's maybe 15.
Yeah, because
And it's
I left,
noticeable.
I've only just hired a couple new people.
Wait, you 15 people total?
Yeah, not many at all.
No way.
And it's noticeable because you work with the same 2 people like every time you go there. Because
My place has a little amount, and we have 80.
That's insane.
We usually have over 120.
That's it.
so
Not
yeah,
to flex, but 500 people work right. So.
there wasn't like a huge amount of fanfare that there has been previously, which I didn't mind. I don't.
You sort of
It's
The
awkward.
Jake fade out.
It was a Michael Scott send off.
Yeah, I did think about not going. It
That's
was
so
more.
alpha.
It was more scrubsy. It was more like. It was more memory, like you're walking around. That whole, especially because I spent a lot of time alone on purpose. Like I was just like, oh, it'd be nice just to like chill out, do
Yeah.
my own thing a bit, and sort of like, just like remember elements, like where, there's that.
Leave
After-
the staff room for one last time.
I actually chose not to go up to the staff room.
Oh,
Why?
you had it down at.
Yeah, I
Nice.
didn't go up there.
Why not?
Did you go up to the
I did
projection
last.
room?
I did last time, and I was like that. The last time I went up there, I knew it was the last time I was going up there. Had dinner by myself, and just sort of sat up there and went up into the.
Yeah, I was just.
I don't know. It's weird.
on
it's a
on
weird
my
thing to talk
last
about.
shift. So my original plan when I was leaving, I was going to work, then I was going to start at my full-time job, working there for 4 weeks, and then we had 2 weeks off where the office shuts down over Christmas.
Yep.
And my plan was for that 2 weeks to be sort of my last hurrah at the cinema. But then on the last shift before I had those 4 weeks where I was working at the other place,
Yeah.
I kept saying to the girl I was working with, like, oh, like imagine if this was
This was it.
this is my last shift and I was like stuck with you.
Oh.
Like as
Turns out.
As a joke.
as a gag.
Turns out.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was the last shift I ever had.
Yeah.
But when
Poor girl.
See, at least I knew.
I think
And knew for a long time.
There was a bit where I had left. So my last shift was the famous late night.
A classic.
I
And
think
when
I would have
left,
liked that.
It's better.
Late night.
Because when I
Thanks.
left,
You're very by yourself.
yeah, when I left, there was
You.
like a bit where, there was a bit where like we were going to leave and the manager I was on with like had left something in the office, so he went back. in.
Who was it? Fake name.
Eddie.
Okay.
E-money.
So he went back.
Eddie was there for my last moments. Which was cool.
And then so he like went back into the office, so that all the lights were out at this stage, and I just I looked back and I was like,
Cinema
like
clean.
this
over.
This is cinema clean. This is it. This is over.
Yeah, I had that a few times. There was a few, hey, like, do you need a hand? And I was like, nah. We'll just.
I'll just chill by myself.
I like being alone.
It's
I
weird.
don't have an
It's
issue with
good
that.
to have time to contemplate.
It's weird when it happens in real life because, like,
It doesn't live
You-
up to the.
yeah, you always see it on TV shows, and it's like
But it was very
it's sick. Like
yeah.
the finale is always like one of the top of the top episodes.
top finales.
I
think. Okay, you go.
We all know the answer to this.
it depends if you're looking at like drama versus sitcom.
Everyone's talking sitcom. Surely it's gonna
Yeah,
be
I think
sitcom.
it's got to be sick.
Sitcom, yeah, because drama is like the end of a story, where sitcom's more like the end of like a period in the character's life. Like it doesn't come
Yeah.
to an end.
Yeah,
So you got to go Scrubs.
Scrubs.
And I
Scrubs
think
has the best
I
ending.
100%
Facts.
agree, and I think mine was very close to that in the sense that it was like I knew it was happening. I got to experience a full day, and then I got to leave
by yourself.
by myself, but with the memories of everyone else that I'd seen leave before, and on some occasions come and leave before.
Like myself.
Which I think was there's a lot of people from when I started to when I finished. There's obviously a lot. There's only one person that's still there that was there when I started.
Eddie?
Yeah,
Damn.
and of that, of the other crew, how many people
How
have
many-
we
yeah.
seen? Have I seen start and then leave? Like it's pretty. The chick who's managing, come out and was like having a chat, and I was like, like you don't have to stress too much about this. Like, literally 3 years ago, I trained you.
Yeah.
And she's like, bullshit. And I was like, 100%. Like, I've trained every single person here, including you. I remember your first shift.
Yeah, it's funny when I see people who I've like now become really good friends with, and I remember them on the first time they came in, and it's just like a lot of them when they first joined, they were like
Nervous.
15, 16,
Yeah.
just like a little kid who
Yeah.
has no, it's like their first job,
Yeah.
and then you sort of see them
Blossom.
they grow up.
Yeah.
And you become really good friends with these people that you don't necessarily think that's going to be the case when...
Well,
all your
even-
friends start as strangers. All your friends start as strangers.
Whoa.
And you... a lot needs to be said for how you treat someone from the word go, because you don't necessarily know if you're going to be mates or not. Like a lot of people... There's a lot of people... I always remember the people who when I meet someone for the first time and how we interact. And it is crazy to think of how close I've been with some of these people who at the time when we first met, you're just like, oh yeah, just like another guy, another
Yeah.
girl. You don't really care. They have a huge impact on your life. So you need to treat everybody that you meet with
As
that.
if they're going to be the
I
next
rem-
man.
yeah,
Yeah,
like-
they could literally become your best mate.
That's like one of the guys who at my 21st, we dressed up as the Wiggles with another guy who works at
Yeah.
the cinema. And I remember the first time I met him, I was literally just making popcorn. He came up, he was with another guy. I was like, oh yeah, this is Nick. I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, yeah, whatever. Like I'm busy. Like,
And then you become like best mates with these
Yeah.
people for no other reason than like you hang out with them. Like, yeah, you just become close with these people.
The coolest part about Jake saying he walked out by himself, I guarantee there was someone watching him walk out and being like, that's going to be me. Like, I'm going to have like passing it on, Jake's seen people walk out and now people are watching
people have
Jake
seen
walk
him
out.
walk out.
I think the coolest part, and it may not seem cool to anyone else, but it was my last shift, and the chick who I spent the whole day with, it was her first shift.
I know that chick, by the way.
Yeah,
she's
she's
a school friend.
a mate of yours apparently, which I didn't know at the time. But yeah, there's something full circle about that I really enjoyed,
Yeah.
and I hope I doubt that the place will last as long as
you did.
and I doubt it'll have as big an impact on her life as it has on mine, but you can only hope, I guess.
That's another thing. I remember Mum was talking about when you did your interview for the players.
Didn't
You
want the job.
didn't want
Hated,
the job.
like literally could have. Mum applied. Mum filled out the registration. I answered a phone call on the night. Yeah, I literally finished a game of basketball and had a phone call from the place, and they were like, "Hey, do you want to come in for an interview?" And I know the person who rang me. I won't mention their name, and I was just like, "Oh," they were like, "Oh, can you come in next Monday night?" And I was like, no, I play basketball, and I'm playing like shit. Those like fucking
D4.
Yeah, they're
crappy.
young.
No, it's just like running amok in year 10, just like with the mates. Like could have had a night off. I was like, "Oh no, like I play basketball," sorry, and just hung up. And Mum asked me, she's like, "Oh, who was that?" And I was like, "Oh, just the gang at the cinema complex." And she's like, "Call them back like now and tell them you'll be there."
Yeah, I do
Oh,
remember
that's
this,
crazy. Imagine if
And
you
I
didn't.
I went to the interview, and Mum was like, Mum drove me because I was obviously too young to drive myself, and I just sat in the candy bar area, in the cafe area, and I was like, I don't fucking want this job. And she goes, just go, talk for fucking half an hour, and see how you go. And I went over there and just spoke as if I didn't want it. I'd just with like, not confidence, but just like, just carelessness, and
Yeah.
it must have come off as being like casual, confident arrogance. And I wonder if, as much as I wonder what would have happened if I didn't get the job, it scares me to see that sliding doors moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
All the three of us would live vastly different lives
Yeah.
Well, even
if I didn't go,
so,
or if Mum didn't say call them back, or if Mum didn't fucking put in the application to begin with.
Yeah, I applied for the first time, and I did like a round of interviews, and I ended up not getting in the first time I did it.
Yeah.
And then they wanted me to redo it, like the next round of interviews or whatever. And I remember I didn't want to go. I was like,
it's too awkward.
the thing is, you do all
You
these
already
like group
been there
activities
before.
and stuff. I was like, I already did it once, and I
Yeah.
like didn't get it in.
Yeah,
so
why
I
would
was like, why would I do it
this
again?
time?
So yeah, before we just wrap up on this, I'd just like to thank everybody from Mum all the way through to the chick who was there on the last shift for the whole time, because without it, who knows where we would have been. But I've had an incredibly fun time. A lot of people ask like, why are you still there? I enjoyed it. That's why. It's as simple as that. It gave me a heap of
Buddies. Jake, he's tearing up on the potty. Holy shit!
You know, right?
Jake, he's tearing up on the potty.
no. It gave me a heap of good mates. And a lot of great memories with some even greater people, and I'm forever grateful for that. So, shout out to that place. Good.
We got real.
Should go.
Got real. I was just saying to Riley before. I was like, I hope we get real in an episode. Names. What's the deal with them?
They're hard to remember.
They are. I actually have a friend from work who I have no idea what his name is.
Still.
He's actually
How long have you worked there?
3 years.
no, he's new, and I was introduced with him on his first day because he didn't know anyone. Not much help when I can't introduce
Oh
him to
no!
anyone.
So then we got to walk around and be like, "Hey, this is someone."
Because you don't have name badges, do you?
someone's-
Do you not?
No, you have
Imagine wearing name badges in like corporate life.
We have
Like
our
you
little-
work in retail, but you're an accountant.
Name badges are so weird.
We have our
Why?
little like pass thing that has our name on it, but most people don't put the photo side out because it's kind of like
Yeah, a
weird.
bit fucking weird. Yeah. That's fair.
And also, you don't want to be like,
Don't you reckon?
it's like you're grabbing a look.
Peter? No, penis. Oh, okay.
Just in whole. Why do name badges exist?
So people know
Just
you.
who we don't know. It's more for retail, so like you're held accountable. So like Kate, who just like called that chick a bitch.
Yeah. Oh, Wendy.
Shout out to her. See if she was wearing a trainee badge.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what's
She still works at Livingston.
Works well for
Macca's.
podcasts, I guess.
That's it. That's the only reason they do it.
Yeah. So I don't know his name, and we talk. So he's actually from Melbourne. Sometimes he comes back to Perth to work or something. I don't know. His family's from here. I don't know. We're not that close. Anyway.
It doesn't sound like it.
Wait.
Anyway, but so he was telling me about this concert that he was playing at.
Oh, he was playing.
Yeah, and I was hell like keen to go, right? But I couldn't. He was telling me about it like face to face, and then he said he was going to send me the deets.
Oh, he wasn't playing.
Yeah, no, he was playing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is he an international act?
Yeah, he's going
No, it was
state
just like
to state.
it was like a grassroots sort of thing.
But he's from Melbourne.
Hey, don't play him down, alright?
But he was originally from. He works in Melbourne. He's from Perth, so
Okay.
he knows people here.
Tame
and we-
Impala.
Anyway,
Do it,
it's
yeah.
Kevin Parker. Anyway, but yeah, and I couldn't message him to ask him the deets because I didn't know his name.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know,
Surely ask
Yeah.
someone else. Someone else would have known his name, wouldn't they?
Yeah, well, it's
But
because
it's
he
hard to
works in the
describe.
Melbourne. I'm like, no one else really knows this guy
Yeah.
might be a figment of my of my imagination. No one else really knows him. Anyway,
Listen to the pod.
I'll tell him to,
Yeah.
and then he'll be
He'll
like,
forget,
"Yo."
he'll forget what the fucking
Oh,
name's
yeah.
called.
Anyway, I got two other funny stories about not knowing anyone's name. So this is another one that.
It's actually going. Okay, yeah.
So this is another one that happened to me at uni.
It's
A
like
bit of a
show and-
throwback.
a bit
It's
of
like show and tell.
a bit of a flashback.
Let's go back.
So I was sitting next to this guy in uni. We sat together next to each other in a computer lab. We also had a calculus 2 tute together.
Exciting.
We'd work together.
Stuff real jocks.
Best of times.
We would work together on the board for calculus 2. We'd work together on the computers for the computer lab.
Good
Bob
stuff.
Can we just get a shot of Riley's face when you said that? If you're listening online, there has to be some form of TikTok or YouTube video that has Joe saying the word calculus. Riley's eyes rolling into the back of his head. Continue, Joe.
Yeah, anyway, and we had fostered quite a nice little friendship, hadn't we?
Oh.
And anyway, I had no fucking idea what this guy's name was.
How long have you been sitting next to him?
So it would be probably, it was like pretty late into the year.
So you ages.
But that's the thing. After
All year.
No, semester.
That's still like
So
12
8
weeks.
Yeah.
That's a long time to be sat next to someone you don't know who.
yeah,
who then- what their name
You know when you
is.
talk to someone, you don't really like say their name.
I always do. I'm big on it. I always say someone's name, even to the point where it becomes like. It almost comes across as being like me taking the piss.
Yeah.
But then it's
But I'm
hard,
not.
especially at uni, because now I'm at uni. Like,
Actually, maybe I am.
if you don't know someone's name within the first 3 weeks, you can't be like,
It's a bit-
sorry, mate.
Yeah.
But you ask.
was it?
There's other people there. You ask them.
Yeah, it wasn't really that confrontational in my youth. But anyway, so I didn't know this guy's name, and then we were sitting together, getting on great, and then we came to group solo presentations.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So and then
Exciting.
he got called up
Oh.
by name,
Oh.
And it was.
straight into the name bank.
What's
What
his
is it?
name?
Kashul.
Oh, that's.
I can understand why you forgot. To say the least. It's not an easy name to remember.
All right, second name story. We're going back again to uni time.
What's happening?
Uni time. Good job.
All right, so we're back in the calc class.
Again.
No, I think it was a computer lab. But there was so there was a bunch of us.
Coolest uni degree.
Calculus 4.
So there was a bunch of us who become quite good mates in the course. And then there was an older guy who we only had classes with him sort of in like year 3,
You're in year 3.
third year. And and then he sort of became part of the group, but he was a bit of a late add-on. And then one of my friends whose name is Francis.
We normally don't do real names. in
These
this-
are all fake names.
Oh, Kashul's not real.
Kashul's a fake name.
No, because she was real. That's covering our liability.
Oh, so Francis is also real. Play on.
They don't listen. It's fine.
Not that you know.
No,
They're
yeah.
trying to search Joe's name on the thing.
Yeah, they don't know
He
your
called
name.
it. He called it the backpack podcast or something. I couldn't work it out. I don't know, something that rhymes with that anyway.
And yeah, so this because as I said before, you don't
We
really
just review backpacks.
Legit.
So this is a one strap.
One step.
Kashul, I found it. No, that's not him.
My name's
yeah,
not
so
Kashul. Francis.
Anyway, so this guy, he didn't know Francis's name, right?
Yeah.
He thought it was something else. I can't remember exactly what, but it was something like, it was like sort of in the same vein, but like not close at all.
Frankie.
No. It was
Okay.
like, it was like Dave. It wasn't Dave. I don't know why.
There's two different names.
Yeah, and he just kept on calling him
The wrong
Dave.
name.
Like, because like I said before, like you don't say someone's name to them that much.
Yeah.
It's like he was
Fair.
making it a point to call him by his name. It's like he was like just
Yeah, because he
constantly-
knew that it was. We thought that it was his name. See, I do that. I call people by their name all the time. But my name, I don't know if I have like an issue with my speaking, or I do find even when we record this, words I say and think they sound good come out and I go, "What the fuck
You
did
said-
I say?"
words I
That doesn't-
say and things that sound good or something.
Well, like literally, like I'll speak and then I'll be like, to me at the time, it sounds fine. But I think my mind moves faster than my lips do, and I slur it like no one else sometimes.
Yeah, do you do Freudian slips?
But even like as early as yesterday, I went and ordered lunch down at Pasta Addiction in Freo, and you have to leave your name, right? I normally don't have any issues, but I often get mistaken for Jack. So I must say, g'day, like I'm Jake,
Yeah.
which
Jake. Yeah.
it's similar to Jack, especially if I either have you can either say the JA or you can say the KE
Yeah, you can either be Jake or
or Jack.
Jake.
And so you can put an emphasis on either, right? So my biggest thing is trying to find that balance. I often get Jack, so I've tried to change it up so that I say the JA
Yeah.
bit louder.
And then
Yesterday
hit
I
you.
got J, just got blanked as J, but not even like a JAY, which I normally get JAY. I get J or Jack more than I get Jake. Like all the time. Yesterday I got JAI, which I think's more
Jai?
Jai.
Yeah.
Which I know I didn't say that. And she obviously like took my name and like called me out when I come in. She goes, "Oh, Jai," and I was like,
I guess the
"Oh,
KE
yeah."
is
Like I
on
know
the-
that's me.
It's on the end of the exhale. Jake.
Yes,
Yeah.
which
So
is
you kinda-
what gets
you
me in
lose it a
trouble.
bit.
I feel like you would say,
I spend
oh
a-
yeah, it's Jake. I
Yeah,
feel like you would do that.
or I go, "Jack, how you going?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean-
Not good. The funniest of all times, though, like I obviously get called lots of different names, so I'm sort of like happy just to roll with the punches.
Yep.
This happened to, I don't think you'll mind just mentioning, Andrew Marolo. He likes this story.
King. Full name.
He
It's a
deserves-
name segment. Fuck it.
We were down at Melbourne Rec. This is possibly the first time we'd ever met, and I'm wearing a John Wall basketball jersey. Were you there for that?
Maybe. Yeah.
And I'm like grabbing a drink, and I've got the ball, and Andrew just like yells out, "Hey John!" And I just like, because the jersey was John Wall. And it didn't click to me. I wasn't really aware of the jersey, but I just know that I always get called the wrong J name is basically.
Yeah.
And
'cause
I
it was
just turned
close
around, threw the ball and went, it's Jake. And he goes,
I've never heard of Jake Wall.
he goes, no, I know. You're John Wall. And he'll often, like every now and then he'll give it a bit of, John, how are you?
That's funny.
Which I don't mind. You can stick with that. But I don't know. I'm going to have to work out whether it's, maybe I'll just change my name to Jay. It seems easier. Maybe I'll just start giving. I used to give the wrong name. Funniest thing, like when you order
classic.
pizzas and shit, or like you go pick them up, especially if someone else is picking them up. Like I've been with other girls previously where I've like had them pick up the food, and
Many girls.
you just go, oh, like Bernard, and they're just like you're just like, oh yeah, I'll get like 2 meat lovers pizzas for Bernard, and then you make them walk in and they're Bernard or Frederick or something, just like super.
Yeah, we went out for like a team dinner for work. And we went off to like the bar and we were like opening up a tab,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, this is good.
which is something I'd never done before. So it was like kind of cool seeing like
how
it
it works.
works.
It's not hard.
it was pretty eye opening stuff. Anyway, so my mate comes up, and he just got a classic. I'll just give him a fake name. So his name's Dave, and
It's Francis.
he goes up. I'm with him at the bar. We're just like ordering our drinks. And then he's like, "Oh, can I open up a tab as well?" And he like gives him like like credit card, and then she's like, yeah, sure, and she's like, what name do you want that for? He's like Sanchez, Sanchez, so quick, and then we were just at Holy Moly, and there was like 6 of us. Or whatever, and then she's like, "What do you want the limit to be?" He's like, $4,000. Holy! And then I'm just there, like, trying not to laugh because this person's gonna be like, "Is this like a stolen card?" I'm like, why are you doing gag?
$4,000.
So good.
No, that's good. Did you get close to 4K?
Oh, we went over.
Boys, massive news. McDonald's, not sponsors of the show just yet, have come out with $2 McFlurries.
Holy shit!
It's big news. It's massive news.
They've lost the plot.
until you get the McFlurry
What?
and you quickly realize
You need to
Why
pay
they're
extra.
it's just a cup. No, they then hand you a McFlurry
McFluffy.
with a wooden spoon.
No.
Now I've addressed my issues with paper straws and they're fucking keeping them around. But spoons, you've gone too far with
Wooden
the spoons.
spoons.
With the straw. You can do what I've been doing for months now and just take the whole lid off, plastic and all,
And sip.
and just sip that drinky boy. With an ice cream, you need the spoon because if you don't have the spoon, you got to use your fingies.
You do.
Or the palm.
No one enjoys that whatsoever. Now my thing is that they use the paper cups, which it's okay. It's not the best, but I can put up with it.
Yep.
On the drinks, they use the plastic lid. You can use a paper lid on that
Yeah, probably.
and swap that out. Swap the paper straw out for the paper
Yeah.
thing.
Oh yeah.
Got no
You'll
issues with
switch
that.
through.
But
Yep.
the spoon, it gives me mad goosebumps.
Wooden spoons at Macca's need to be
Gone.
out.
Yep, kick them out. Surely no one enjoys it. It actually gives me, it's a fear of, it's a genuine fear of mine. Look, I've got actual goosebumps.
He does.
Just thinking about it, talking about it gives me, it actually does.
What does it? The splinters?
No, not it's the texture, it's the dryness of
I
it all.
can't.
I've actually got goosebumps.
I can't do it, but I just don't like it.
Is it like
what I worked out, and it was only yesterday, what I worked out was where this fear stems from. And I don't like anything wooden like that.
No. Like paddle pop
Paddle pop sticks can't do. Thinking about these, I don't quite think you understand the amount of discomfort it's already causing me. Just a thought. Magnums and stuff, I wrap the paper around and then don't eat. Oh, it's so tough to talk about.
Don't eat the chocolate on the...
No, you can't eat the chocolate on the stick. I'm actually shaking. Oh, this is really
What about like
interesting.
when you get like little Dixie cups?
No, I can't do it. I used
They
to be able.
literally you just get a wood scoop.
I used to be able to do it. I can't. I worked
then
out why it
What
is.
happened?
I only worked it out. Now I'm 24 years old and I've had this fear for as long as I can remember. But then I remembered that I used to eat those Dixie.
Eat those Dixie chicks.
What are they called? Dixie cups.
Dixie cups.
With the paper, and I used to enjoy that.
They're good.
This whole segment, I'm just gonna be having like mad goosebumps.
It's all right. The spoons aren't here, Jake.
And then I worked out literally yesterday of all days. Do you remember Nan used to boil red sausages?
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're fucking all time red
They
sausages.
fucking
But what do they serve red sausages on? You have to
toothpick.
use and that's it.
That's
it. I used to eat the red sausages, dunk them in the tomato sauce,
Yep.
and then eat them. And then chew accidentally, like you'd accidentally bite instead of
Into the
biting the
pig.
sausage, you'd bite on the pick, and it would give you goosebumps. And that's the entire.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
Discovered it.
That's your villain origin.
Mum's
story.
asked me for years where it's come from, and I've just gone, I don't know. That's 100% it.
It's kryptonite.
Does anybody else out there have the same irrational fear with
of wooden spoon.
wooden spoons, chopsticks are shit. The toothpicks, the
wood related utensils.
Oh, they're the worst, man. The worst.
Yeah, they're not now. Like I obviously not to this extent, but yeah, like
Is there anything I can do?
No.
Can you see like a what do you call those
Oh, you
people?
probably. Oh, we could
I
maybe
hypnotise.
we could hypnotize you.
You
Not me personally.
it could be on
Yeah, hypnotherapy.
the hypno, and then just loves wood.
Yeah, because I feel like if you went to a
Big fan of wood.
I feel like if you went to like a, I mean, obviously this would be a big waste of money and the therapist's time, but if you went to see a therapist solely for this wood fear,
Yeah.
I think getting to the toothpick breakthrough, as they say in therapy,
Yeah.
that would have been like, we've done it.
Oh, so but do you think I could save a lot of money now that I know where it comes from?
You can just get straight cracking into the.
I think maybe, and this, I mean, I studied math and not psychology, so this could be outlandish, but what if you eat a toothpick?
Eat it?
Yeah. Cover, like,
Yeah. Face your fear.
face your fear.
Next week, Jake's
I
eating a
don't-
toothpick.
I don't
He's
think
eating
that's-
a
I don't
toothpick.
think that's the
Or just-
solution.
Why don't you just chew on one?
I don't think
When-
that's.
That could be anything.
Like even like farmers and shit, like they wear.
Wheat.
Nah, the
Oh, the
wheat's
toothpick.
fine, but yeah, like there's like a few American high school football shows and shit, and like the coach will have like a toothpick in his mouth.
Weird.
Man, that I couldn't handle that. Another thing. It's still the wooden theme. The chick who sits next to me at work, lovely girl, but from time to time she'll do the nail filing.
Oh, yeah. Well, that.
Fucking, I can't handle that. I literally can't. I can't handle it.
My irrational fear is when people. My irrational. Less coughing over there. My irrational fear is when people pick their nails.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. We used to.
Oh.
Fuck off.
If Riley was like annoying us or whatever, when we were
Yeah.
growing up, we would just like go at him and just like, I'd just like pick
Oh,
on it,
stop,
and he would
stop.
like.
It's so weird.
Yeah, Riley
Yeah,
has
you
a lot
get
like.
hell weird about
Riley's
shit.
got like that and like mint and
What
stuff.
I used to do is I'd put mint in between my fingernails
You're so
and then
weird.
and
Flick
then
'em
do
at
it
him.
and then flick them at him. Yeah, It's the 2-for-1 combo. All right, boys, we're super excited about this next segment. It's a game.
You think the last game is good?
We might not include the last game, so just
Is it a
pop-
game?
We'll just beat that out.
Is it a game or is it a roulette?
So this one we've been chatting about for a little while.
Yeah, it's Jake. Jake
Like
has been wanting to do it for a while now.
Like a week or so.
It's phone call roulette. Now, the rules are as simple as on this occasion, Riley's going to go first, which means we're calling someone from Riley's phone. Jake and Joe are calling someone from Riley's phone. If the person picks up, we get a point.
Good stuff.
So 1 point for a pickup.
If the person doesn't pick up, Riley gets a point.
Yeah.
If the person picks up, we get a point. And if
Cool.
Riley can keep them on the phone for longer than 60 seconds without mentioning the podcast or why we've called them, he gets 2 points.
Okay.
So he can say anything to him as long as he doesn't mention
Why he's calling.
that we're recording the podcast.
You can't mention the real reason, so just lie for a minute. And then after a minute, you can tell him. All right, so we'll time it and then we'll go. All right, you
All right, cool. Give us
you
give
good.
us the phone.
What we'll do actually is this noise will go when we've hit the 60
So we had to
seconds.
hear that. Yeah, like on the radio.
No, I don't think that. I don't think
they can.
the person. Anyway, we'll fucking find out.
I reckon air horns.
Now we'll have a quick sift through,
Yeah, okay. Riley's got a lot of contacts.
and there's a lot of my mates on it. There must have been like an iCloud.
Yeah, like some.
I think I synced up to like the iCloud. So I've got mum's contacts, dad's
Yeah,
contacts.
we've got
Jake's.
a GP. Our old.
Yeah, our
Yeah,
GP.
old-
Is it the
doctors
personal
in it.
number? We could give him a ring.
No, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure
Surely it
the,
would be the office.
the doctor retired, so let's not give her a call. I've got one.
Oh yeah,
it's a friend.
Yeah.
It's a friend of his. As
That's
well.
a good one. We
Do
could
I get to
really,
know? That could be fun.
Is it hooked up on the system?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
We're about to find out. Here we go.
Because, yeah.
Oh, what?
I hope
Give me
this
a
is his
sec
number.
to
You
compose
ready?
We're gonna
myself.
tell him who it is.
What?
We're calling Caleb James.
A friend of mine.
A dear friend of Riley's.
Two first names.
Yeah, he's a 2 first namer.
Interchangeable. Here we go. You ready, Riley?
I hope this is his number. Wait, can you even click call?
We can.
All right.
And
Oh
we're-
shit!
And
you
we're
need
on.
to talk into the.
And we're on.
What's going on? Did you send me a message
hello.
on Snapchat?
What?
Did you just send me a message on Snapchat?
Yeah, I did.
What was it about? I can't open Snapchat for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh shit. So I was asking when you're 18.
When I'm 18, a week
Yeah.
from now. Literally a week
Oh,
from
you're
now,
kidding.
I'll be on the beers. Why do you ask?
Yeah. No, I was gonna do a party to the club
You were going to what?
this Saturday.
Oh, that's a shocker. What's that? 4 days
Yeah.
out. That is a genuine shocker. Wait, what
Yeah.
clubs are we going to? Mettys? Mettys with the boys?
Yeah, Maddie's probably.
Yeah. Wait, with who?
Mettys is better.
Which boys? Which boys are going?
So it would be like Eddie and his mate, like Josh, and then I've asked Lauren, and then Georgia, Indy, Chloe, Jess, Annabelle.
Oh, the gang. Mate,
Yeah, and I was
postpone.
going to be middle, but I'm kind of like, once I realized I started inviting people, I'm like, oh, I should invite my friends as well, and now it's going to get pretty big. It's going to be a low, tiny party for like 2 hours.
Postpone it. Postpone it another week, and I will be there, mate.
Shit. I can't already send it out. Although you surely realize it around now.
Fuck, you're a dog. Surely you knew my birthday. We've been
Is it the
good
14th?
friends since what? Year 7, and you don't know my birthday.
Is it the 14th?
Yeah, it is.
There you go.
Good math.
Yeah.
That's exactly what. 7
We were talking
days
about it
after
last
7.
week, so it's kind of like,
Who was?
you can still rock up though, surely.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to buy a fakie 4 days out from my birthday.
No, we're going actually the week after. It's only on that week anyway.
Alright, we're going out every weekend after I'm fucking 18 anyway.
Yeah, too easy.
Here we
Looking
go.
forward on that.
You tell him.
Caleb, how are you, mate?
Fun. You talking to Jaden?
Hey, Caleb, how are you? It's Jake and
Oh,
Joe
hey,
from
Jake.
the MacPack podcast, mate. What's going on?
Oh, you guys are basically celebrities, eh?
We're
Mate, you're about to
I
become
would.
one as well. We've just kicked off our first game where we just had to call a random number in Riley's phone and see if firstly the person would pick up, and secondly if Riley was going to be able to keep them on the phone for 60 seconds. You've passed with flying colours, and you've earned Riley 2 massive points, which is super exciting for him.
Legend of the game, Caleb.
We're also very excited that we're all going out on Saturday night with ya.
Hey, the boys.
I'm confused as fuck.
We're recording.
I'm
We're
right in
recording.
bed. Just let me in. Let me sleep on that.
We're recording the podcast right now, and you're on it, mate.
Oh, hey, that's the way.
That is the way.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Why would you
100%.
give me a ring like halfway through this? Alright. Well,
Because of the game. Wait, how many episodes have you listened to, Caleb?
like,
Was that 2?
I mean, I listen to them all. I'm up to date.
Oh, well, you gotta listen to this one to hear yourself on it.
It's so easy.
And Jake and Joe are way over 18, so they'll be at Mettys this weekend. Don't you worry.
Yeah,
about
too easy.
that. There you go.
We can't wait. We'll see you there, mate. Lovely to chat, Caleb.
Thanks, Caleb.
See
You're
you
a legend,
later.
mate.
See you, mate.
Catch up. Bye.
Well done. Well
chat.
done. Well done.
Good chat. Big crowd going out on the weekend.
Of which you're not included.
We'll have to beep all of
All of the
those
names.
Yeah, he was
potentially.
really just listing them off.
I mean, they're all first
He
names.
doesn't listen to the podcast, does he?
You said, what, 2 episodes?
Yeah, that's
Surely
a
he'll,
He was
fucking
up today.
blatant lie.
surely he'll listen to this one.
He seemed genuinely confused about what was going on, which is fair enough because
I love that
I would
when,
not be expecting.
when
He's
you
probably in
said
bed.
like, "Hey, we're like on the phone," he was like, "Can't you just let me sleep?"
Is that what he said?
yeah.
Yeah, bro, I'm about to go to bed, man.
What a king! Well, congratulations. You've kicked off the
So what's the points?
first of the game. You get 2 for that one,
And you don't
we
get any.
we both get 1
One,
because
yeah.
you answered because Caleb answered.
We did
Okay.
start off, and I think it'd be good for all of us. We eased in with an easy one, a good friend of Riley, easy to have a chat with.
Yeah, it's gonna get weird when we start calling randos.
yeah.
Well played, mate. That was good. I enjoyed that.
was good fun.
I think Caleb got a kick out of it too.
Yeah, it's good to catch up with a mate.
All right, boys, we're going to wrap up this week's episode of the MacPack Podcast as we do every single week on the MacPack Podcast without Everyday Hero.
All right, so I've got one. After many weeks of not having an everyday hero,
Is it
after many weeks being ridiculed for my terrible everyday heroes, I've come in with a great one.
Excited.
Here we go.
It's been greenlit.
Excited.
I told Jake already today, so I've got the go ahead.
This is good.
Here we go.
This is not
Let's
bad.
go.
This is good.
So, I was with dear friend of the show, India,
Shout out to India.
on Tuesday night.
India.
One deer, yeah.
One
we were
deer,
driving.
India.
We're driving down the road and we noticed that the car behind us, headlights off.
Not good.
It's night. Driving with the headlights off.
Scary.
Not what you want.
Oh.
We pull up to the lights and the lane is sort of split into 2, so the guy behind us
Split line.
is now next to us.
Ooh.
So a perfect opportunity
To let him know.
to let him know, yeah.
Or her.
Him.
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 So we do our window down. Their window's already down.
Are they left or
India's
right?
driving. I'm the passenger seat. And the other
Okay.
car, man is driving. woman in passenger seat.
Are they on the right of you?
Equality.
They're on the right of
India's
us.
side. Yeah.
Yeah. And India does a window down. The neighbor car, his window is already down. She goes, "Hey, you got your headlights off." So what would be your first instinct then?
Turn
Turn
on.
or turn to the person. Either or.
He doesn't flinch, sits there, both hands on the wheel, doesn't go to check the light thing. Goes, "No, they're just low."
Doesn't even look.
Doesn't even look at us. And then
How could you hear him?
And then India's like, he said it. He said it with an aggressive tone,
Yeah.
and India was kind of like taken aback because he had been rude,
Yeah. Being a jerky Jaguar.
And she was kind of like, "Oh, okay," even though they were like clearly not on. And then it was at that point
So
we
low
sort of
then,
noticed that the vibe in the other car was not there. There was no music playing.
Oof.
They weren't talking at all.
Oof.
He didn't even look over.
Oof, oof.
And then she was sort of a bit like slunk down in the chair. So I'm guessing.
He had killed this woman by the sounds of things.
So I'm guessing this is a couple that's probably just had a big argument.
Yeah.
Potentially, they had just broken up.
Oh.
Anyway, so we sort of. We were sort of taken aback. We had been semi-insulted by this guy, and then the light goes green, and we drive off, and then he like sort of speeds up ahead, and as they're driving ahead, headlights turned on.
Bang.
You dick. They were off,
Damn.
and now we're in the weird situation where like we just had this super awkward conversation. Now we realize that he's been wrong, and I'm assuming the conversation probably went. The girl's probably like, "Oh, I think your headlights might actually be off."
Ooh.
And this guy, it seemed like it was an attack on his personal. Like,
Yeah. On his whip.
on his
Laying
whip.
down his whip.
And then anyway, we drove fast, and then it was like I didn't want to stop at the next lights and then be like. Luckily, we got the green arrow.
Huge.
And they had the red light.
Ooh.
So we got
in,
fast, so
bitches.
we can just sort of zoom past them. We'll be gone with the wind, and then as we zoom past, there we just like we weren't slowing down at all. We didn't want to get like a weird bit of eye contact.
Yeah.
But as we go fast, we hear the woman in the other car just go, "Thank you."
No.
Oh my!
That's
So
so
sweet.
so India's winning the everyday
Everyday hero, yeah. So it's a situation where ultimately I think the situation was uncomfortable and unpleasant for everyone involved. But sometimes
Sometimes you gotta do
that's
it.
what being a hero is about. Because
Yeah.
quite frankly, driving around without headlights,
Danger.
it's dangerous.
Facts.
And that's why this week, for potentially saving lives and for going through a very awkward situation, but still staying strong, goes to India.
All right, boys, that brings us to the end of episode 28 of the Backpack Podcast.
Yeah, that's it.
Another ripping episode. We've come in quite hot. We had a bit of a shorter one last week, but this one is by no means short.
Making up for the...
By no means short on material and by no means short on the giggles and even tears at some
Tears.
point, which
Tears we shed.
was a bit sad.
Laughs were had.
Before we finish up this week, obviously head to what do you call it? iTunes and leave us a review if you could.
Come on, guys.
We want some more reviews. We want to read them out.
There's
There's so many people that listen. There's so many people that listen. We see how many downloads
We are
we get a week.
talking to you
It's-
right now. You, the one in the car, the one listening right now. You.
Secondly,
not-
in regards to getting involved with the show, we've come up with the idea to start our own Discord chat,
Hell yeah.
which will basically be like, it's just like a big group chat, isn't it, Riley?
Yes, sir.
So we'll be a part of that, and we basically just want you to DM us on Instagram. If you want to be part of it, we'll send
get
you
the
the link, and then you become part of a big
Discord.
a big MacPat chat,
Which could
and we
be
can-
featured on a future episode.
Oh, 100%. People who are talking in it will make mention to it.
100%.
Yeah.
Based on what's being said, you can share ideas for content. You can share your memes, and we'll chuck them up as well.
If you're on the Discord, we know...
We know you're an avid
Yeah,
listener.
you're a
Yeah.
genuine fan at that point. We'll shout you out, and
You
any
wanna
of
be
the
a
chat
part
that
of it.
goes on in the Discord is basically up for grabs, and we can chat about that on the podcast as well. But yeah, if you want to be a part of basically the discussion, the week to week discussions, we may even drop our run sheets prior to the show in there. Just get a bit of a bit of love,
Very
a
exciting.
bit of
Yeah.
funny stories, and you could genuinely be a part of the MacPack podcast, which is huge because, hey, who knows? It's gonna the TikToks are kicking it as of late, and so this thing could blow up very soon. So get in before it gets too big and
Buy low and then make sure you sell high.
So that's very exciting for
Sounds
all involved. Boys, we'll wrap up this week's episode by saying, as we do every single week, stay safe, stay blessed, and remember to always
Go give your mama a hug.
ciao for now, but not forever.